One of the lessons the working class can learn from the 45-51 Attlee government was that the working class set the priorities. I'm all in favour of going along with somebody else. But, you know, if you look at the history of the NHS, yes, everybody's in favour of the NHS now. That wasn't the case in 1945 to 1948. And Aaron Bevan had to use all the audacity of his socialist ideology to get the NHS through. And the support came massively from the working class people. And the reason I'm trying to talk to the working class about their talent and their power and what they can do is that for the first time, when we're the majority in Scotland, we can set the priorities and other people have got to debate round our priorities, not us having to debate around the priorities that they impose upon us. That's the important thing. One of the great benefits that is arising from this campaign, and it's the reason why the yes vote is going up, is that we are day by day destroying the myth that's held us captive of our own inadequacy. When they told us generation after generation, you're too poor, you're too wee, you've got to hand big cousin England your hand to keep you, Janie Buchan actually argued at one time that we had to stay in the Union because it kept us civilised. What they have sown generation after generation is the idea that something no quite right about us and that we're inadequate to run our own country. That myth is being destroyed by us day by day by day. And that's one of the triumphs of this campaign. But go out and tell your neighbours and your workmates and everybody you can talk to. Because this is a matter of moving from meetings like this with information that you have now that you might not have had before you came. But the most important point, the most important information to convey to other people is that the referendum is about power. Absolute raw power. We either keep it or we give it away. And we're going to give it away. You might not like Alex Salmond. Do you like Cameron and Clegg better?
I don't want something to happen to that carpet. But anyway, it's my privilege now to say one or two things about the speakers to thank them. Robin, in his absence. Kat, of course, and Jim. And just to say to Margo, if she's still watching, the angry grandpa wasn't bad tonight. And I speak to grandpa myself, Jim. I'll be 12 and you've only got 10. Anyway. I'd like to thank Independence Live, and in particular Kevin Gibney, for giving this opportunity to hopefully a number of people that can't make it here tonight to get. It's a great thing to do, this live streaming. I'd like to thank David Cherry and his team for the video. We'll get that up as soon as possible. On David's hands on that one. And I want to thank the Glow Centre, and in particular manager Ian and Jan Goodall, who helped to get it going tonight, and the staff who are working as we speak. I want to thank all the Yes groups who advertised the meeting, and John Adamson and his group here in Mullow and Wishaw. Thanks to all the men and women in Yes Mullow and Wishaw, and the Waynes, with whom we've been working, distributing papers, leaflets, etc. John, Claire, Mary, Sharon, Anne, Daniel, Andrew, George, Mary, Alan, Ben, Jamie, John, and all the rest of them. There's a blog site been set up. Stuart Darling, who you referred to earlier, Jim, your contribution, in fact, he's sitting over there. You've got a wee blog site set up, get yourselves some comments in there, http://Lanarkshire for Indy, WordPress. You'll see it in the Facebook. And also in conclusion, I'm asking for the following. Lend your support. That's what Robin, Cat and Jim and everybody else are saying, people out in the streets every day of the week. Sometimes hearing nonsense and sometimes hearing a bit more than nonsense. But that's where we are. So get lend your support. Get involved. Door-to-door canvassing is starting. Training is going to be taking place. Cat and our group have been in Drum Chapel and Easter House in big numbers, knocking doors and talking to people face to face. Watch the Yes Motherwell Wisher Facebook for the details of that. There's paper distribution to be done. Every little helps in relation to doing your own street, your own closer, your own multi-storey block or whatever. Speak to your relatives and friends and workmates, as Jim has said, and give us your name and your details as you leave in relation to if you can help. The Lanarkshire Forum for Independence is working on further events. The next one projected is a meeting for women. Again, open to decided or undecided. In fact, I've just been told the date tonight. It's going to be in here on the 2nd of May. So we'll get the details and all the rest of it on that one. Watch your local press and so on. Some talented members of our group, Dominic Millionaire, my eldest boy, Phil Macaulay, Paul Carr, have written and produced a song entitled Independent Land. And it can be captured. Look out on the Facebook for it. We were hoping to get some CDs ready for the night, but I'll probably be ready tomorrow. Just not to make any money off them, but to get the message out. A tidy wee song, tidy tune, and it's going to be your signature tune in the Lanarkshire Forum for Independence. And lastly, for the first time in the meetings we've been doing, we're going to ask you to donate what you can, only if you can. And there'll be a couple of buckets at the back door. So give what you can, only if you can. And just lastly, or second lastly, can you let the audience know, it says here, there are declaration forms at the table at the back where John Adamson is standing. This is lastly. Remember the words in the song Independent Land when you hear it. And there's a wee line there that says, turn our whispers into roars. Turn our whispers into roars. And that's the challenge between now and the 18th September. And when the 19th September, let's get the biggest roar of them all when that result comes in. And then we can set about the argument and the policies that will bring your country forward and bring prosperity to every single person here, the Waynes and Grand Waynes, and we can all retire like me and Jim away at the road, knowing the job's done, and they'll be looked after. So good luck, and thanks for coming, and we'll see you again.